Mama?
No.
Mama.
I said no, Boolie, and that's the end of it.
Now, Mama, it is a miracle you're not laying up in Uhry Hospital or decked out in the funeral parlor. Look at you. You didn't even break your glasses.
It was the car's fault.
Mama, the car didn't just back over the driveway and land on the Pollard's garage all by itself. You had it in the wrong gear.
I did not.
Mama, you put it in reverse instead of in drive. The police report shows that.
You should have let me keep my LaSalle.
Your LaSalle was 8 years old.
I don't care. It never would have behaved this way, and you know it.
Mama, cars don't behave. Cars are behaved upon. Now, the fact is, you, all by yourself, you demolished that Packard.
Think what you want. I know the truth.
The truth is that you should not be allowed to drive a car anymore.
Well, no.
Mom, we are just going to have to hire somebody to drive you.
No, we are not. This is my business.
Now, Mama, this insurance policy is written so that they have to give you a brand new car.
Yes. Not another Packard, I hope.
Lord Almighty, Mama, don't you see what I'm saying?
Quit talking so ugly to your mother.
Mama, you're 72 years old, and you just cost that insurance company $2,700. Now, I'm sorry, but you were a terrible risk. There is nobody that is going to write you an insurance policy after that.
You're just saying that to be hateful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just made all of that up. Every insurance company in the United States of America is lined up out yonder in the driveway. They're all just waving their fountain pens in the air and falling all over themselves, wanting to sign you on. They're all out there saying, well, we want Miss Daisy Worthen, the only woman in the entire history of driving, to demolish a 3-week-old Packard, a 2-car garage, and a freestanding tool shed. Shoo! Boom! In one fell swoop.
Oh, you just talk so foolish sometimes, Boolie.
Mom, even if you could get a policy somewhere, and you can't, it wouldn't be safe. I would worry about you all the time. Now, you just think about all of your friends who've got men to drive for them. Miss Ida Jacobs does. Miss Ethel Hess does. Even Aunt Noni has got somebody.
Oh, they are all rich.
Mama, Daddy left you plenty enough for this. Now look, I'm going to do all the interviewing down at the plant. Oscar, in the freight elevator, he knows every colored man in Atlanta worth talking to. I guarantee you, in 2 weeks' time, I can find somebody. Mama, you don't even have to do anything. I just finished telling you. I'm going to do all the interviewing. I'm going to check their references. I'm going to do...
No, now just stop running your mouth. I am 72 years old, as you so gallantly remind me. And I am a widow, but unless they rewrote the Constitution, I still have my rights. And one of my rights is the right to invite who I want, not who you want, into my house. you do still accept the fact that this is my house, don't you? And what I don't want and absolutely will not have is some chauffeur sitting in my kitchen, gobbling up my food, running up my phone bill. Oh, I hate all that in my house.
Mama, you have already got Idella.
Idella's different. She's been coming to me 3 times a week since you were in the 8th grade, and we know how to stay out of each other's way. And even so, I have found nicks and chips in most of my wedding china, and I've seen her throw silver forks in the garbage more than once.
Mama, do you think Idella has got some vendetta against your silverware?
Oh, stop being sassy. You know what I mean. Well, I was brought up to do for myself. On Forsyth Street, we couldn't afford them, and we did for ourselves. Now, it's still the best way, if you ask me.
Them? Did you just say them? Oh, my Lord, Mama.
What?
You sound like Governor Talmadge.
Boolie, what a thing to say. I'm not prejudiced, and you know it. You ought to be ashamed.
Well, I am so glad to know that you're not. Now, look, Mama, I have got to be getting home. Florine is going to be having a hissy fit.
Ooh, y'all have plans tonight?
Yes, we are going to the Ansleys tonight for a dinner party.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you see what?
The Ansleys. Boolie, I bet Florine's bought another brand new dress. This is just her idea of heaven on earth, I reckon.
What?
Socializing with Episcopalians.
Mama, you are a doodle. Look, I guess Aunt Noni and them can just run you wherever it is you need to go for the time being.
I'll be fine.
All right, well, I'm going to come by tomorrow evening and check on you.
Well, how do you know I'll even be here? I'm certainly not dependent on you for company.
Fine. I will call you before I come.
Fine.
Mama, I still plan on interviewing coloreds.
No.
Mama,
After
I do.
the ball is over, after the break of morn, after the dancers leaving.
Well, let's see now. It is Hoke, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Hoke Coburn.
Well, if you'll just take a seat there, I have got to sign these letters. I sure don't want Miss McClatchy fussing at me.
Well, you just keep right on with it. I got all the time in the world.
Is that right? Well, how long have you been out of work?
Ever since back before last November.
That is a long time.
Well, now, Mr. Worthy, you try being me and looking for work. They hiring young if they hiring colored, and they ain't hiring very much young, it seems. Mr. Worthy, you people Jewish, ain't you?
Well, gosh, yeah. As a matter of fact, we are. Why'd you ask that?
Well, I'd rather drive for Jews. You know, people's always talking about they stingy. And cheap too. But don't say none of that around me.
Well, I'm glad to know that you feel that way. Now tell me, where did you work before?
Well, that's what I was getting at, Mr. Worthy. One time, I worked for this lady over here at Little Fire Point. What was her name? I forget. But anyway, she's the president of the Ladies Auxiliary over at the Ponce de Leon Baptist Church. And she's always talking about God and Jesus and do unto others. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not real sure, but go on.
Yes, sir. Well, one day she says to me,
Hoke, come on back to the back with me. I's got something for you.
and we goes back there, and Lord have mercy. She had all these shirts and collars be on the bed. They's yellow, you know, and nasty. Like somebody stuffed them up in the shuffle roll and forgotten all about them. Then she says,
Ain't they nice? They belongs to my daddy before he passed, and we's gonna sell them to you for 25 cents a piece.
What was her name?
well, that's what I was thinking. What was that woman's name? Anyhow, as I was saying, any fool can see the whole bunch of them collars and shirts all together wasn't worth a nickel. Them's the kind of people that's calling Jews cheap. So I says to her, yes, I think about it. And right then I gets me another job fast I can.
And where was that?
Mr. Harold Stone, a Jewish gentleman like yourself, a judge, live over on Blue Water Road.
Well, now, I knew Judge Stone.
You don't say. Well, he's done give me this suit when he done finished with it. And his necktie too.
Now, you drove for Judge Stone.
7 years to the day now about. And I still be driving for him if he didn't die. And Miss Stone, she closed up the house and moves to her peoples in Savannah. And she says to me,
Hoke, you ought to come to Savannah with me.
you know, 'cause my wife had them passed by then. And I tell her, no, thank you. 'Cause I didn't want to leave my grandbabies. And I sure don't get along with them geechy folk they got down yonder.
Well, Judge Stone, he was a friend of my father's.
You don't mean? You know, Oscar was telling me that you was looking for a driver for your family. Now, what I's be doing? Running your children to school, and your wife to the beauty parlor, and things like that?
Well, now, we don't have any children. Now, what about...
Oh, that's a shame, Mr. Water. My daughter, best things ever happens to me. But you yet young. I wouldn't worry about none.
Well, I won't, thank you. What I was going to ask you, though, was did you have a job after Judge Stone?
Well, I drove a milk truck for Avondale Dairy through the whole war. You know, the one that just was.
Well, what I'm really looking for is somebody to drive my mama around.
Excuse me for asking, but how come she ain't hiring for herself?
Well, now, that is a little bit of a delicate situation.
Mm-hmm. She done gone around to being a little taste. I tell you, that'll happen when they get old.
No, it's nothing like that. Mama is all there. In fact, Mama's a little bit too much there. That's the problem. It's just not safe for my mama to drive. Now, she knows it, but she just won't admit it. And I'm going to be frank with you. I am getting just a little bit desperate.
I know what you means about that. You know, one time I was out of work, and my wife says to me, "Oh, Hope, you ain't gonna never get now another job." And I says to her, "What you talking about, woman?" The very next week, I gets a job working for that lady over there at Little Fire Point. Cahill, Mrs. Frances Cahill. That's her name. Then I goes to work for Judge Stone. And they the reason I'm happy to hear you Jews.
Well, my mama, she can be a little bit high-strung. Now, she doesn't want anybody driving her car. But the fact is, you would be working for me, not for my mama. Now, mama can say whatever she wants to say, and trust me, she will. But she does not have the authority to fire you. Do you understand?
I sure do. Don't you worry none. I holds on no matter which way she runs me. You know, when I was a little boy living on a farm up above Macon, I used to wrestle hogs to the ground during killing time. And ain't no hog gets away from me yet.
Well, how does $20 a week sound?
Sounds like you got your mama a chauffeur. Morning, Miss Daisy.
Good morning.
Right cool in the night, wouldn't you say?
I wouldn't know. I was asleep.
Yes. So what's your plans for today?
That's my business.
You right about that. You know, Idella says we're running low in coffee and Dutch cleanser.
We?
She said we running low in silver polish too.
Thank you. I'll run to the Piggly Wiggly on the trolley this afternoon.
Come on, Miss Daisy. Why don't you let me catch you?
No, thank you.
Well, ain't that what Mr. Worthing hired me for?
That's his problem.
All right, then. Guess I'll find something to do. Tend to your zeals.
You leave my flower bed alone.
You know, you got a nice place back beyond the garage. I ain't doing nothing but sitting there. Now, I could plant you some butter beans and some tomatoes and some iced taters if we could get ones with good eyes.
If I want a vegetable garden, I will plant one for myself.
All right, then. I guess I just goes to the back and do like I've been doing all week.
Don't talk to Idella. She has work to do.
No, I just sits there till 5 o'clock.
That's your affair.
It's a shame, though. That fine Oldsmobile sitting out there in that garage ain't moved an inch since Mr. Worthing brought it here from Mitchell Motor. Ain't got but 19 miles on it. Seems like that insurance company that gives you a whole new car for nothing.
That's your opinion.
Yeah. My other opinion is a fine, rich Jewish lady like yourself don't belong dragging up no steps or no bus, lugging around no grocery store sacks. I tell you what, I'll come with you and carry them for you.
I don't need you. I don't want you. And I don't like you saying I'm rich.
I won't say it then.
Is that what you and Idella talk about in the kitchen? Oh, I hate this. I hate being discussed behind my back in my own house. Well, I was born on Forsyth Street, and believe you me, I know the value of a penny. Why, my brother Manny brought home a white cat one day, and Papa said we couldn't keep it because we couldn't afford to feed it. My sisters saved up money so I could go to school and be a teacher. We didn't have anything.
Yeah, sir? Well, it looks like you're doing all right now.
And I've ridden the trolley with groceries plenty of times.
But Miss Daisy, I just feels bad taking Mr. Worthing's money for doing nothing. You understand?
How much is he paying you?
Well, now, that's between me and him, Miss Daisy.
Anything over $7 a week is robbery. Highway robbery.
Especially when I don't do nothing but sit on the stool in the kitchen all day. Tell you what, while you going on a trolley to Piggy Wiggy, I hold your front steps.
All right.
All right, I hold your front steps.
All right, the Piggly Wiggly. And then home, nowhere else.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. You don't know how to run the Oldsmobile?
Oh, come on, Miss Daisy. A stick shift like third arm to me. Besides, this here automatic. Any fool can run it.
Any fool but me, apparently.
Nah, Miss Daisy. Ain't no need in being hard on yourself. You can't drive a car, but I'm pretty sure there's some things you can do that I can't do. It'll all work out.
I'm gone to the market, Idella.
And I was right behind her. I just love that new car smell, don't you?
I'm nobody's fool, Hoke.
Well, no.
I can see that speedometer as well as you can.
I see that.
My husband taught me how to run a car, and I remember everything he told me. So don't you think for 1 minute you can... Wait a minute, you're speeding. I see it.
We ain't going but 19 miles an hour.
I like to go under the speed limit.
Speed limit 35 here.
Is this your car?
No.
Saves on gas if the slower you go. Do you pay for the gas?
No.
All righty then. My fine son may think I'm losing my abilities, but I can still control what goes on in my car. Where are you going?
To the store.
Why didn't you turn on Highland Avenue?
Piggy Wiggy ain't on Highland Avenue. It's on Euclid.
I know where it is, and I want to go to it the way I always go to it, on Highland Avenue.
Well, that's 3 blocks out the way, Miss Daisy.
No, go on back. Go on back this minute.
Well, I just can't. I'm in the wrong lane. I can't pull over.
Go back, I said, or I will get out of this car and walk.
You can't open the door. We moving.
This is wrong. Where are you taking me?
The store.
This is wrong. You have to go back.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going to this Piggly Wiggly since they put it up and opened it for business, and this is the wrong way. You have to go back.
Look yonder. That Piggy Wiggy hill right there.
Well, don't forget to turn.
Yes.
Oh, look out now. Now, there's a little boy behind that shopping cart.
I see that.
No. Pull in by the blue car.
We closer to the door right here.
The blue car. I don't park in the sun.
Yes.
Fades the upholstery. Wait a minute. The keys?
Yes.
And you wait right here by the car. And you don't have to go telling everybody my business.
No. Oh, don't forget the Dutch cleanser now. Miss McClatchy. Oh, Colburn here. Well, can I speak with him? Morning, sir. Look, Mr. Wood, guess where I is? I'm at this here phone booth on Euclid Avenue, right by the Piggy Wiggy. I brings your mama to the market. Well, she wiggled a little on the way, but she's all right. Oh, well, she's in the store. Uh-oh. Miss Daisy looking out the store window and done sees me. She liable to throw a fit right there at the checkout. Well, yes, sir. Only took 6 days. The same time it took the law to make the world. How's your temple, Miss Daisy?
I can get myself in. What are you doing here?
Why brings you to the temples like you tells me?
Hurry on up out of here. Now, I didn't say speed. I said get me away from here.
Yes? Something wrong back yonder?
No,
Something I done?
no. Yes.
Well, I ain't done nothing, Miss Daisy.
Oh, you parked right in front of the front door of the temple like I was the Queen of Romania. Everybody saw you. Oh, didn't I tell you to wait for me in the back?
Well, I was just trying to be nice. There's 2 other chauffeurs right behind me.
Made me look like a fool. A damn fool.
Lord knows you ain't no fool, Miss Daisy.
Slow down. Oh, Miriam and Beulah and them, I could see what they were thinking when we came out of services.
What's that?
Like I'm trying to pretend I'm rich.
You is rich, Miss Daisy.
No, I'm not. And nobody can say I put on airs. Why, on Forsyth Street, we had meat once a week. We made a meal out of grits and gravy. Why, I taught 5th grade at the Crew Street School. I did without plenty of times, I can tell you.
Well, it looks like you're doing all right now. So what's the problem with that?
I don't know why I talk to you. You don't understand me.
No, I don't. I truly don't. Because if I was to get my hands a hold of what you got, I'd be shaking it around for everybody in the world to see.
That's vulgar. Stop talking to me.
Acting all cheap like them folk talking about.
What did you say?
Now, Miss Daisy, you needs a chauffeur. And Lord knows I needs a job. Let's just leave it at that.
Hello? Good morning, Mama. What's the matter? What? Mama, slow down. You were talking so fast, I cannot even tell what... Did what? Mama, calm down. Okay, Mama, I'm going to stop by there on my way to work. Okay, I will come right now. I will be there in just a minute. Goodbye. Good gracious. After all that, I'm surprised to find you all in one piece.
Well, I want you to be here when he gets here. I want you to see it for yourself.
To see what for myself? What is going on?
He's stealing from me.
Hoke is. Mama, are you sure?
I don't make empty accusations. I have proof.
What proof?
This. I caught him red-handed. This was hidden in the garbage pail under the coffee grounds.
He stole a can of salmon.
Here it is. Oh, I knew something was funny. They all take things, you know, so I counted.
You counted?
I counted first the silverware, and then the linen dinner napkins, and then I went in the pantry, I turned on the light, and the first thing I saw was a hole behind the corned beef. And I knew right away there were only 8 cans of salmon. I bought 9, 3 for $1 on sale.
Very clever, Mama. Now, do you know you have made me miss my breakfast? You have made me late for a meeting at the bank, all over a 33-cent can of salmon. Now, do you want 33 cents? I tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to give you $1. And that way you can go buy yourself 3 cans of salmon at the Piggly Wiggly on sale. No, I'm going to give you $10. That way you can just go buy yourself a whole little pantry full of salmon.
Boolie, very idea of waving money around at me like I don't know what. I don't want the money, I want my things.
You want 1 can of salmon.
It was mine, I paid for it, I brought it home, I put it in my pantry, and he took it without a word, not a smidgen of conscience, no manners. Oh, I leave him food every day, and I tell him exactly what it is. They're like having little children in the house. They want something, they just take it without a word to anybody, and he won't admit it. No, he'll say, I don't know nothing about that. Well, I don't like it. I don't like living this way. I have no privacy.
Mama, do you know this is about the dumbest thing I have said?
Well, go ahead. Just defend him all day long like you always do.
All right. All right. I give up. You want to drive yourself? Well, you just work it out with the insurance company. Or take your blessed little trolley. No, why don't you buy yourself a taxi cab? I do not care. I'm sick of it. I'm done with it. Was at the door.
Morning, Miss Daisy. Looking like it's about to clear up out yonder. Oh, morning, sir. I didn't know you was here, Miss Water.
Well, Hoke, I believe we're going to have a little talk.
Well, yes, sir. Give me a second. Let me put my jacket up and everything. Oh, Miss Daisy. Now, yesterday, when you was out with your sister, I eat a can of your salmon. Now, I know, you said eat the leftover pork chop, but they stiff. So I buys you another can. Wants me to put them in the pantry for you?
Why, yes. Thank you, Hoke.
Oh, Miss Wood, I'll be right with you.
I've got to get dressed now. Goodbye, son.
You know, Miss Daisy, I was thinking, we done been out to this cemetery 3 times this month, and it ain't even the 20th yet.
It's good to come out here in nice weather.
Miss Seagrave mighty well attended to. Bet you was the best widow in the state of Georgia.
Boolie's always after me to get the staff out here to take care of this plot. Perpetual care, they call it.
Don't you do it. It's right to have family tending to you.
I'll never have that. You know Boolie's gonna have me in perpetual care before I'm cold.
Come on, Miss Daisy.
Oh, Hoke, run
Yes.
back to the car for me and get that pot of azaleas and set it on Leo Bauer's grave.
Miss Rose Bauer's husband?
That's right. She asked me to bring it out here for her. She's not so good about coming out here anymore. And I believe today would have been Leo's birthday.
Yes. Well, where the grave is?
Oh, I'm not exactly sure, but I know it's on the other side of that weeping cherry. The headstone says Bauer. What's the matter?
Oh, no, none the matter. Miss Daisy.
I told you, it's on the other side of that weeping cherry, and you'll see the headstone, Bauer.
Well, what'd that look like?
What are you talking about?
I can't read.
What?
I can't read.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Anybody can read.
No, I can't.
Oh, how come I see you looking at the newspaper all the time?
That's it. Just looking. I dope on what happened by looking at the pictures.
But you know your letters, don't you?
ABCs? Yes, sir. Don't put it good. I just can't read.
Oh, stop saying that. You're making me mad. Oh, if you know your letters, you can read. You just don't know you can read. Why, I've taught some of the stupidest children God ever put on the face of this earth. And every last one of them could read enough to find a name on a tombstone. Now, the name is Bower. Bower. Now, what letter does B sound like?
Sounds like a B.
Of course. Bower. Bower. That's the last part. Now, what letter sounds like
Oral?
So, the first letter is a,
B.
and the last letter is an.
Oral.
B-R. 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 It even sounds like Bower, doesn't it?
It sure do.
That's right. Now go on over there like I told you in the first place and find a headstone that has a B at the beginning and an R at the end, and that'll be it. Bower.
Is that it?
That's it. Now go on.
So we ain't gonna worry about what comes in the middle.
That's enough for you to find it for now. Go on now. And don't come back here saying you can't. You can.
Miss Daisy,
Oh, what is it now?
I appreciate this, Miss Daisy.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I didn't do anything. Now, would you please hurry up? I am burning up out here.
Yes?
Santa baby, a 54 convertible to
Mama! Merry Christmas!
I'll wait up.
Look, do Florine a favor, will you? She is having a conniption fit, and all the stores are closed today. Have you got a package of coconut in your pantry? Could you bring it when you come?
The fun I've missed.
Florine, honey, your ambrosia is saved. Mama's got the coconut. Mama, thank you so much. We'll see you soon now. Ho, 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 ho!
Ooh, at them lit up decorations.
Looks like everybody's giving the Georgia Power Company a Merry Christmas.
Miss Florine got some old beat with them lights.
No, she makes an ass out of herself every year.
Yes?
I don't know why, but she has to go put a wreath in every window she's got. Blessed window. Oh, and that silly Santa Claus winking on the front door.
I bet she got some of the biggest trees in Atlanta. I wonder where she gets them so large.
Well, it's absurd, is what it is. And if I had a nose like Florine, I wouldn't go around wishing a Merry Christmas to anybody.
Well, I'd rather enjoy Christmas at they highs.
I don't wonder you do. You're the only Christian in the place.
Except that new cook they got.
Florine never could keep help.
No.
It's none of my affair. Now,
No.
saw that running around. Garden club this, junior league that. Ugh. As if any one of them would give her the time of day, and she'd die before she'd fix a glass of iced tea for the Temple Sisterhood.
Yes, you right.
I just hope she doesn't take it in her head to sing again this year. Gloria. Sounds like she's got a bone stuck in her throat.
Miss Daisy, you said a mouthful.
You didn't have to bring me, Hoke. Boolie would have run me out.
I know that.
Then why did you?
Well, that's my business, Miss Daisy. Wow, look at here now. Miss Florine done put a Rudolph reindeer up in the dogwood tree.
If her grandfather, old man Freitag, could see that, what is it you say? He'd jump up out of his grave and snatch her bald-headed. Wait a minute. Now, this isn't a Christmas present.
No.
No, you know I don't give Christmas presents.
No.
I just happened to cross it in the house. Open it up.
Well, nobody ever gives me a book before.
I taught out of this every year.
Handwriting copy book, grade 5.
I taught out of that every year. I just saved a few. That's
Yes.
all. If you practice, you'll write nicely.
Well, I sure appreciate it, Miss Daisy.
But you have to practice now.
Yes.
I taught Mayor Hartsfield out of that same book. I did. But it's not a Christmas present.
Oh, no.
No. You know Jews don't have any business giving Christmas presents.
Mm-mm.
And you don't have to go yapping about this to Boolie and Florine.
Well, Miss Daisy, this between me and you. Oh, I believe they seen us. Mr. Worthington turns up the hi-fi.
Oh, Lord, I hope I don't spit up.
Come on, Hoke, get your wiggle on. I'm supposed to be teeing off at the club at 11:30.
I was just taking the trash out. Today is Saturday, garbage day.
Where's Mama?
Oh, she's in her room. She says goes on without her. I think she's a little taken on by this.
You know that's crazy. A car is a car.
Yeah, well, she looked after this old machine like a chicken hawk. You know, one time we was parked in front of the dry cleaners down at the plaza, and this white man, lawyer, banker, dressed real nice. Well, he's decided that he's gonna lay his satchel up on our hood while he goes in his trunk. Lord have mercy. What he do that for? Foes I knew it, your mama done jumps out the back seat and done run that man every which way. She wicked by her paint job.
Did she tell you this new car got air conditioning?
And Miss Daisy don't like no cool air. Says it gives her a necky.
Well, she fought me on this now, but it was time to trade. She was losing equity in this car. Of course, I bet you both gonna miss this old thing.
Not me. Mm-mm.
Oh, come on. You're the only one that's driven it this whole time. Won't you miss it just a little bit when it's gone?
It ain't going nowhere. I done bought it.
No, you didn't.
Made the deal with Red Mitchell at the car place.
For how much?
Now that between me and him.
Well, gosh, you should have just bought it direct from Mama. Saved yourself a little money.
Your mama in my business enough as it is. Besides, I ain't starting making no monthly payment to her. This here mine. The regular way.
Well, it's a mighty good old car. I guess nobody knows that better than you do.
Best off the line. Mm-hmm. And look here, if she don't take to this new one, I'll let her ride this one every now and again.
Well, that is mighty nice of you, Hoke.
Yeah, well, we just doing the best we can. Keep them ashes off my upholstery.
It's 3 minutes after 7.
You said we leave at 10 to 8.
At the latest, I said.
What business you got dragging all this here out the house by yourself?
Who was here to help me?
It don't take more than 5 minutes to load the truck. Now you about to break both your arms and your legs too before we even get out of Atlanta. You're taking on too much.
I don't like leaving things to the last minute.
What you mean? You've been ready to go for the last week and a half.
Oh, but be careful with that now. I want that in the back seat with me.
Yes. And wrapped off the porty. And Mr. Walter's present, ain't it?
Yes, that is Walter's present. It's very fragile, so put it in the back seat with me. This can go in the... Oh, ho, ho! You nearly missed us.
I thought you were leaving at 1:15.
What?
Well, Florine said to send this to Uncle Walter. Well, Mama, it's not a snake. I think it's note paper.
Oh, how appropriate. Uncle Walter can't see.
Well, hell, I don't know. Maybe it's soap.
No, you don't even... How lovely you take such an interest in your uncle's 90th birthday.
Mama, do not start on me. Now, I cannot go with you to Mobile. I am leaving tonight for New York City for the convention. You know that.
The convention. That doesn't start until Monday. And I know what else I know.
Mama, leave Florine out of it. She sent off for those tickets 8 months ago.
And my fair lady is more important than your own flesh and blood.
Mama!
I'm sure the Episcopalians would be mighty impressed.
Ah! I cannot talk to you when you acting like this. Besides, I need to talk to Hoke anyhow.
They're expecting us in Mobile for a late supper.
Well, have no fear. You will be there in time.
They're gonna fix crab. They always go to such trouble.
How you are going to stand it? All day in that car with her? I do not know.
Oh, she don't mean nothing, Miss Worthing. She just a little worked up.
Well, look, if you have any trouble, here's $50. Now, no, don't show it to Mama. Now, have you got your map?
Well, she's got it with her. Study every inch of the way.
All right, well, if you need me, I'm going to be at the Ambassador Hotel in New York City. It is on Park Avenue.
It is 7:16.
Mama, they ought to give you a job on the radio announcing the time.
I want to miss rush hour.
Mama, congratulate Uncle Walter for me. And I want you to kiss everybody in Mobile for me and Florine.
Now, did you have the air conditioner checked? I told you to have the air conditioner checked.
Yes, I done it. Don't know what for. You won't let me run it.
Hush up and be still.
Goodbye. Good luck. Good God.
I deal a stuffed egg so good.
You stuff yourself good. Yeah, I'll save the rest of this for later. You know, I was thinking about the first time I went to Mobile. It was Walter's wedding, 1888.
1888? You was just a little girl then.
I was 12 years old, and we rode the train. Oh, I was so excited. I had never ridden the train before. I'd never been in a wedding party before, and I'd never seen the ocean. Papa said it was just the Gulf of Mexico and not the ocean. It was all the same to me. And somebody took us on a picnic, and they must have taken us bathing, because I asked if I could dip my hand in the water. Oh, Papa laughed and laughed, because I was so timid back then, you know. And I remember I tasted the salt water on my fingers. Isn't that a silly thing for somebody to remember?
No sillier than what more folk remember. Speaking of first times, did I ever tell you about the first time I left the state of Georgia?
No, when was it?
25 minutes back.
Go on now.
That's right. First time. You know, my daughter, she married a Pullman porter over NC in St. L. They's always going to Detroit, New York, St. Louis, talking about that snow up to their waist and riding in them subway cars. Well, I tells her, I said, that sounds nice, Tommy Lee, but I just don't feel the need. So that's it. First time. And I got to tell you, Alabama ain't looking too much right now.
Well, it is nicer on the other side of Montgomery.
If you say so. Pass me up one of them peaches, please, ma'am.
Oh my God.
What happened?
That sign said Phoenix City, 30 miles. We're not supposed to go through Phoenix City. We're going the wrong way.
Well, maybe you read wrong.
Stop the car. Stop the car. I did not read it wrong.
Now, it ain't been more than 30 minutes since we last toured.
Look, here. You took the wrong turn at Opelika.
You took it with me, and you reading the map.
God. Oh, I'm such a fool. I didn't have any business coming in this car all by myself with just you. Boolie made me. Should have ridden the train. Oh, I'd be safer. Oh, I just should have ridden the train.
Yes, sir, you should have.
They fixed Crab. Minnie always goes to such trouble. It's just all gonna be ruined now. Oh, my Lord.
These days, we got to pull over.
Well, is something wrong with the car?
No, I got to be excused.
What?
I got to make water.
Oh. What? You should have thought of that back at the Standard Oil Station.
Colored folk can't use no toilet, no Standard Oil, Miss Daisy. You know that.
Well, we don't have any time to pull over. We'll be in Mobile soon. You can wait.
Yes. No.
Oh, I told you to wait.
Yes, sir. I hears you. How'd you think I happen to ask you, can I make water like I'm some damn dog?
Oh, Hoke, I'd be ashamed.
Well, I ain't no dog, and I ain't no child. And I ain't just some back of the neck you look at when you go where you gotta go. I was a grown man, nearly 72 years old, and I knows when my bladder full. Now I was gonna get out this here car, and I'm going down that road, and I'm gonna do what I got to do. And I'm taking the keys this time. And that's the end of it.
Hoke!
Yes, Mr. McClatchy. Well, hell yeah, send him right on in. Well, I thought today was your day off. To what do I owe this honor?
We got to talk.
Well, about what?
Mr. Sinclair Harris,
My cousin Sinclair,
his wife,
Jeanette.
the one that talk funny.
Well, she's from Canton, Ohio.
Well, yes. Well, she's trying to hire me.
What?
She called when she knew Miss Daisy's be out, and she says to me,
So how they treating you, Hoke?
you know how she sound with her nose all stuffed up? And I says, fine. And she says,
Well, if you're looking for a change, you know where to call.
I'll be damned.
I figured you want to know about it.
I will be damned.
Ain't she a mess? Mm-hmm. She said, name your salary.
I see. Well, did you?
Did what?
Name your salary.
Well, that's what she said now, Mr. Worthing. Now, what kind of puss do you think I am? I ain't stuck working for no trash or something like her.
Well, but now she got you to thinking, didn't she?
Well, now, you can say that.
Name your salary.
That's what she said.
Well, gosh. How does $65 a week sound?
Sounds pretty good. 75 sounds even better.
So it does. Starting this week.
Well, I sure appreciate it, Mr. Worthing. Thank you very much. Oh, Mr. Worthing, have you ever had people to fight over you?
No.
Well, I gotta tell you, it feels good.
Hello?
Well, Mama, thank goodness. I was afraid your phone might be out.
Well, no, but I don't have any power.
Well, nobody does. That's why I'm calling you, Mama.
I found some candles. They remind me of the gas light on Forsyth Street. Seems like we had ice storms all the time back then.
Well, Mama, I can't come out there and get you right now because my driveway is a solid sheet of ice. Yours probably is too.
Oh, I'm all right, Boolie.
Well, I expect they out working on the power lines right now. I'm gonna go out to the car and listen to the radio, see what I can find out, and I'll call you back. Now, Mama, don't you run off anywhere.
Really? I thought I'd take a jog around the neighborhood.
Mama, you are a doodle.
Love to Florine.
Uh-huh.
I guess that's the biggest lie I'll tell all day. Who is it?
Oh, morning, Miss Daisy.
Why, Hoke, what in the world?
I learned how to drive on ice when I was delivering milk for VanDevender Dairy. I slipped around a little bit on Briarcliff, but nothing happened, though. Other people's running into each other like they's in the funny peoples. Oh, I stopped by the 7-Eleven. I figure your stove's out. And Lord knows how you need your coffee in the morning.
Oh, how sweet of you, Hoke.
We ain't had good coffee around here since our Della passed.
No. You know, I can fix her biscuits, and you can fry her chicken. Nobody can make Idella's coffee. I don't know how she did it.
I don't know. Every time I see that Hits Parade on TV, it puts me in mind of Idella.
Yes.
Sitting in that chair. Her daughter says surprise the flowers in springtime. Watch the hit parade every Saturday like the Lord sent then. During the Lucky Strike Extra. All of a sudden, she belched and she gone.
Idella was lucky.
Yeah, expect she was.
Well, where are you going?
Oh, take this here coat and hat off and put it up.
I didn't think you'd come today.
What you mean? Today ain't my day off, is it?
But I don't know what you can do except keep me company.
I'll see if I can make us a fire.
All right. Well, eat whatever you want out of the icebox. It's all going to spoil anyway. And mop up whatever you have tracked in onto my kitchen floor.
Now, Miss Daisy, what you think I is? A mess?
Yes, that's exactly what I think you are.
All right, then. All right.
Hello?
Well, Mama, they say that it's all gonna be melted by this afternoon. That's what they said on the radio. So I'll be out there to get you just as soon as I can get down the driveway.
Stay where you are, son. I have Hoke here with me.
How in the hell did he manage that?
Well, he's very handy. Now, I'm fine. I don't need a thing in this world.
Hello? Hello, did I call the wrong number? I was looking for my mama.
Honestly, Boolie.
Well, I have never heard you say loving things about Hope before.
Oh, I didn't say I love him. I said he's handy.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, Boolie. Are you trying to irritate your mother in the middle of an ice storm? Oh, there you are. You took so long.
Couldn't help it. Big mess up yonder.
What is it? I might as well just not even go to services now.
You ain't going to the temple today, Miss Daisy.
Why not? What is the matter with you?
Somebody bombs the temple.
What? Bomb? The temple?
Yes. That's what that policeman tells me up yonder. Said it's happened about a half hour ago.
Oh, no. Well, was anybody there? Were people hurt?
Didn't say.
Who would do that?
You know like me, Miss Daisy. It's always the same ones.
Well, it's got to be a mistake. I'm sure they meant to bomb one of the conservative synagogues. Or the Orthodox one. But the temple is reform. Everybody knows that.
It don't matter to them people. A Jew is a Jew to them folks. Just light or dark. We all the same Negroes.
I can't believe it.
I knows what you mean, Miss Daisy. You know, when I was a little boy on that farm up above Macon, I was about 10, 11 years old. My friend Porter, his daddy hanging from a tree. The day before, he's laughing, tossing horseshoes, talking about how me and Paul are gonna have strong right arms like him when we grows up. Then, there he is up yonder, hanging from that tree. His hands tied behind his back. Flies all over. I sees it with my own eyes. And I throws up right where I stand. When you smell a dead body, you never forget it. You go on now. Cry.
I'm not crying.
Yes, sir.
Idea. Why did you tell me that?
I don't know. I guess this here mess just puts me in minds of it.
It's ridiculous. The temple has nothing to do with that.
So you say.
And we don't even know what happened. How do you even know that policeman was telling the truth?
Now, why would that policeman go tell a lie about a thing like that?
And you never get things right anyway.
Miss Daisy, somebody bombed that place, and you know it too.
Go on, just go on now. I don't want to hear any more about it.
All right, then. I sees if I can get us out this mess and get you on home. You feels better when I get you home.
I don't feel bad.
You the boss.
Thank you, Red. Thank you all. I am deeply grateful to be chosen Man of the Year by the Atlanta Business Council. An honor I have seen go to some mighty fine fellas and which, well, I never thought would come to me. I suppose my loss up here and my gain down here has given me an air of competence that I don't really possess. But nevertheless, I sure do wish my daddy and my granddaddy could see this. 72 years ago, they started a little old hole-in-the-wall company on Whitehall Street with one printing press. And somehow, we managed to grow with Atlanta. And at the Worthing Company, what we have always said is that what we want is what Atlanta wants. And I believe this award proves that we were right. Thank you so much.
Well, howdy, Miss McClatchy. Oh, you always recognize my voice. What a shame a wonderful girl like you never married. Miss McClatchy, is my son in? Oh, no, don't get him out of a business meeting. Sales meetings are important. Just give him a message for me. Yes, tell him I bought the tickets for the banquet. Yes, the UJA banquet on the 17th, honoring Martin Luther King. Oh, you're mighty sweet to say it. And look, I don't want you to worry. My cousin Tilly in Chattanooga married for the first time at 57.
Mama, how you feeling?
Oh, not a good question to ask somebody nearly 90.
Well, you sure are looking pretty.
It's my ageless appeal.
Well, Miss McClatchy gave me your message.
Oh, now, Florine is invited too.
Thank you very much, Mama.
Yes, and I think Hoke can drive us. There'll be quite a crowd.
Mama, we need to talk about this.
Talk about what?
About the feasibility of all of this.
Well, fine, you can drive. I thought I was being helpful.
Now, Mama, you know that I believe Martin Luther King has done some mighty good things.
Now, Boolie, if you don't want to go to this dinner, why don't you come right out and say so?
Mama, I do want to go. You know how I feel about him.
Of course, but Florine.
Now, just leave Florine out of this, Mama. I have still got to conduct business in this town.
And the Worthing Company will go out of business if you attend the King dinner.
Well, not exactly, no. But some of the men that I do business with, they are not going to like it very much. Now, they're not going to come right out and say that. Instead, they'll just snicker behind my back and start calling me Martin Luther Worthing or something like that. Well, then the next thing I know, my banking business won't be handled by the top dogs down at the bank anymore. Maybe I'll start missing out on special favors or important tips. Well, all of a sudden, there'll be a lunch at the Commerce Club, and I won't know anything about it until it's over with. It'll just be little things like that, Mama, things you can't quite put your fingers on, but they're there, and we know it. Now, that Jack Hoffeld down at Ideal Press, now, he is a New York Jew. He is not some Georgia Jew. And we all know if you have got to do business with Jews, well, your really, really smart Jews are always your New York Jews, not your Georgia Jews, now don't we? Well, all of a sudden, some of these old boys are going to start sending their business over to Jack Hoffeld at Ideal Press rather than old Martin Luther Worthing. I don't know. Mama, maybe it wouldn't happen like that, but we both know that is the way that it works. Now, if we don't use those seats at the UJA dinner, somebody else will use those seats. And the good Dr. King, he won't ever know the difference. Now, will he?
If we don't use the seats, so now I'm not supposed to go either.
Mama, you can do whatever you want to do.
Well, thank you for your permission.
Can I ask you something? Exactly when did you get so fired up about Martin Luther King? Time was. I would have heard a whole different story out of you.
Why, Boolie, I've never been prejudiced. You know it.
Well, I'm glad to know it, and that being the case, why don't you ask Hoke to go to the dinner with you?
Ask Hoke. Well, that's ridiculous. He wouldn't go.
Well, ask him, Mama. Ask him and see.
I don't know why you're still driving. You can't see.
Yes, I can.
Yeah. You didn't see that mailbox.
Well, how do you know what I didn't see?
Well, it nearly poked through my window. His car is all scratched up.
Ain't no such a thing.
Well, how do you know? You can't see. It's a shame, too. It's a brand new car.
You had this car 2 years come March.
You missed your turn.
Ain't this here down on Biltmore?
You know it is.
Biltmore straight yonder way.
You know so much.
Yes, sir. I do.
I've lived in Atlanta all my life.
And I ain't run a car more than 20 years.
You know, Boolie said the silliest thing the other day.
Is that right?
Now, he's too old to be so foolish.
Yes, sir. Well, what'd he say?
He was talking about Martin Luther King. You know him, don't you?
Martin Luther King? No.
Well, I was sure you did. But you've heard him preach.
Same as you. Over TV.
I think he's wonderful.
Yes.
And you know, you could hear him in person anytime you wanted to. All you'd have to do is go over to the where? Ebenezer Baptist Church any Sunday, and there he'd be.
What you getting at, Miss Daisy?
Well, it's the silliest thing, but Boolie said you wanted to go to this dinner. Did you tell him that?
No.
I didn't think so. I mean, what would be the point? You can hear him anytime you want to.
You want the front door or the side door to Biltmore?
Oh, the side door. The side door. Isn't it wonderful how things are changing?
What you think I am, Miss Daisy?
What are you talking about?
You think I'm some sitting up here that don't know nothing about how to do?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Invitation to this here and Donna came in the mail about a month ago. Now, B, you want me to go with you. Why would you wait till we in the car on the way to ask me?
All I said was Boolie said you wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, oh, Hoke, you know you're welcome to come.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, my stars, aren't you just a great big baby?
Never mind, baby. Next time you want me to ask me to some place, you ask me regular.
Well, you don't have to carry on so much.
That's it now. Let's just calm down.
Honestly.
Things changing. They ain't changing that much. I helps you to the door.
Oh, thank you, Hoke. I will help myself.
Hello?
Morning, sir.
Hoke, how are you?
It's tolerable.
What can I do for you this morning?
Well, it's your mama.
What's the matter?
She worked up.
Well, why should today be any different from any other day?
No, this ain't the same. Yeah, sir. She thinks she's a school teacher. I'm awfully worried about her. She ain't making no sense.
All right, Hoke, I'm gonna be right there.
Thank you, sir.
Hoke! Hoke!
Yeah, sir.
Where are my papers?
There ain't no papers, Miss Daisy.
My papers. I had them all corrected last night, and I put them here in the front where I'd remember them on my way to school this morning. Now, what did you do with them?
You talking out your head.
The children will be so disappointed if I don't have their homework back. I always have it back the next day. That's why they like me. Now, why aren't you helping me?
Well, what you want me to do?
My papers, I told you. Now, it's all right if you moved them. I won't be mad with you. But I'm going to be late for school, and who will take care of my class? The children will be all alone. Oh, I do everything wrong. Oh, my God.
Wait, now, come on now, Miss Daisy. Come on, sit down before you falls and hurt yourself.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. I do everything wrong. Oh, it's so awful. Oh, God.
Now, listen here now. Ain't nothing awful except the way you carrying on.
I can't find the papers, and the children are waiting.
No, they ain't. And you ain't no teacher no more.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Ain't nothing the matter with you, Miss Daisy.
You don't know. You don't know.
Your mind done took a turn this morning, that's all.
Oh, go on. Just go on now.
You snap right back if you just let yourself.
I can't. I can't.
You was a lucky old lady, you know that.
No. It's all a mess, and I can't do anything about it.
But you rich. You wells for your time. And you got people who cares about what happens to you.
Oh, I'll be in trouble. Oh, I don't want to be any trouble to anyone.
Now listen here now.
Oh.
You want something to cry about? How about I take you to that state home and show you what lying out in them halls?
Oh, my God.
And I bet ain't none of them carrying on as bad as you doing right now.
Oh, those poor children in my class.
I promise you, you keeps this here up, Mr. Well's gonna call that doctor just to shows you bone. And that doctor, he's gonna put you in that insane asylum just before you know what hit you. Now, is that the way you wants it to be?
Hope,
Yes, sir.
do you still have that Oldsmobile?
Talking about the one I had when I first come here? No, Miss Daisy. That old thing been in the junkyard about 15 years or more. I drive your next to last car now. 63 Cadillac. Runs fine as wine.
You ought not to be driving anything the way you see.
Now, how you know what I see unless you looking out my eyes?
Hope,
Yes.
you're my best friend.
Oh, come on, Miss Daisy. You just
No.
saying that because you...
No, really, you are. You are.
Mighty good to see you, Hoke. I hope you didn't drive yourself all the way out here.
No. My granddaughter runs me out.
Good Lord, is that little old girl old enough to drive?
Well, sure. She's 37. Teach biology over there at Spelman College.
Lord, I did not know that.
Yes, sir.
Well, Hoke, I believe I have just about got everything out of the house that I want for myself. Was there anything here that you wanted before Goodwill comes?
My house full of bustle.
It sure does seem strange selling this house while Mama's still living.
You right about that.
But it's been 2 years now since she has walked through the front door. I know I'm doing the right thing.
Don't get me into it.
Well, don't worry. I'm not going to say one word to her about it.
You got that right.
Now, Hope, your check is going to keep coming every week, just as long as you're around to get it.
Well, I appreciate that, Mr. Weather.
Well, you just put your mind at ease about that now. I don't expect you get out there to see Mama very much, do you?
It hurts me not being able to drive. Ain't no bus line run out yonder. I takes a cab every now and again.
Well, I'm sure Mama appreciates that.
Some days she's better than others. Who ain't?
Well, I guess we better get going. I bet you got a big old turkey dinner to get to today. I know I do. Why don't I call your 37-year-old granddaughter and tell her I'll run you on home?
Morning, Miss Daisy. You keep yourself busy?
Oh, she sure is. Oh, she's taking jewelry making. How many times a week now, Mama? Oh, she making pins. She's making bracelets. She's got to be a regular Tiffany's.
You don't say.
No, she has. She has. You know, I thought about you yesterday morning, Hoke, out on the expressway. I saw one of those Avondale milk trucks.
Don't mean.
Yeah, I sure did. Oh, it was a big old monster of a thing. Must have had 16 wheels on it. And I thought to myself, now I wonder how Hoke would like driving that big old milk truck.
Hoke came to see me, not you.
That must be one of her good days.
Wasn't it, Mama? Florine said to tell you have a happy Thanksgiving. She couldn't be here on account of she is in Washington, D.C. You remember? Florine is on the Republican National Committee now.
Good God. Boolie,
Ma'am, what is it, Mama?
go charm the nurses.
Well, Hope, believe she wants you all to herself. Mama, you are a doodle.
Boolie paying you still.
Every week.
Highway robbery. are you?
Doing the best I can.
Me too.
That's all to it then. Oh. You didn't eat your Thanksgiving pie. Let me get set for you.
Don't know what I did so wrong to make you leave and make you run. I don't know how this hurt and pain will fade.